Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this Saturday morning mountain weather update on this 1st of April. First off, the run to 900. Alta picked up another 9 inches in the last 24 hours. That puts them at 811. 811 for the season and a base of 222 inches. I believe 210 is still closed. There's an imminent worry. It's a record snowpack. There's a record amount of water content in the snow. They're just really worried about avalanches and imminent avalanche risk all the way down through the canyon to the valley floor. So Little and Big Cottonwood Canyons under that risk right now. All right, so, and I've got over 3 feet of snow in my forecast for Alta, Snowbird, Brighton, and Solitude. So we'll look at that coming up. I want to show you my bullet points. So the real bullseye between now and 410 is the Wasatch, but I'm telling you, it's all going to happen between late 4.2 and 4.5. That's the bullseye, that's the timing. Late 4.2 to 4.5 and the Wasatch. And then after 4.5, the pattern for the west begins to shift dramatically. There's going to be more high-pressure ridging. It's going to push the storm track further and further north from the Pacific Northwest into British Columbia and through Canada. So the prime time for most of the West is coming up now, and then it's going to come to a close after 4.5 for a while. But here's what I'm looking at as far as the pattern. Let me just show you. This is by 410. Big ridge of high pressure over the West Coast and the Pacific Northwest, taking all the action up into Canada and around. Maybe some action for Montana, Wyoming, Colorado with wind. But this is a much different pattern than what we're dealing with right now. This would be a much quieter pattern by 410, anytime after 4.5 really, for the West. All right, let me show you what the forecast is going to look like, the forecast radar and the satellite. So by Sunday morning, some snow through the interior begins to pick up in intensity, heaviest into 4.3 across the Wasatch. You can see the low dragging itself. There's only one low during this period for the interior, and then it moves through Colorado and it's gone by 4.5, 4.6. That low you see is for the Pacific Northwest, and then it will begin to gradually shift further and further north. So that's the view by 4.6, much quieter for a lot of places after that main storm system rolls through. Let's look at some numbers here. So today through 4.3, 1 to 2 feet on the way for the Wasatch, about a foot for Brian Head. 8 to 12 for the Tetons. I still like the Tetons a lot with this type of flow. Oregon gets a couple of feet. Now, the Sierra, 4 to 10, and that's probably going to do it for a while. I had high hopes of big snow for the Sierra 3 or 4 days ago, but that's just not going to be the case. Pattern's going to shift too fast. In Colorado, some light snow. Period 2 is a bigger period, 4.4 through 4.10. Another 1 to 2 feet for the Wasatch, 3 to 6 across the Tetons, about a foot for Bachelor and Timberline. And notice I don't have anything for the Sierra. In Colorado, 4 to 12, so that'll be a decent period for Colorado when that storm system comes through. A little bit of snow for northern New Mexico, but that's going to mark the end of it. After 4.5, things really quiet down across the west. But that's even the case in the Northeast. I really don't have much snow for the Northeast. I'll look at that in a second. I want to show you a specialty map for the Wasatch. So Little and Big Cottonwood Canyons, 3 feet or more. So we're at 811 now. That should push us to 850. By the time we get to 4.6, essentially, we should be at 850 for Alta, 850 inches. Less, obviously, for Deer Valley, Park City during that time frame. Let me show you the Northeast. The numbers have gone down. I mean, I'm looking at an inch, a couple of inches here. Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, I just don't have much. I just don't see any big storm systems. This is where the action is going to be. Across the west, the Tetons, the Wasatch, Colorado will get snow, but this is where the deep bullseye is going to be, right here in the Wasatch. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in here on this Saturday morning, this 1st of April. Take care and have a great weekend.